What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies 2. Oh yeah, how you guys doing today? I'm doing good. So, some things I've noticed since we set up our automatic sifting operation over there, we've been collecting all these crushed ores and things like this, and we set up the deep storage units for them, which is fine. So those are not taking up space on our disk drives. I did see that our Certus quartz crystal was starting to get a little out of control. We had 33,000 of those. We were collecting a lot of that stuff. So down below, I did go ahead and I added in one more deep storage unit down here that's now holding our Certus quartz crystals. So we are not filling up all of our available storage on with that stuff, because that's just going to continue to keep increasing over time, because we are going to be trying to collect more of the yellorium dust. And speaking of which, the yellorium supply we have right now is actually getting pretty decent. We got 1,500, almost 1,600 yellorium ingots right now, another 100 dust, and then over 100 of the yellorite ore, which is awesome. So definitely looking forward to when we get into the big reactors a little bit later. Today, I think we're going to continue on where we left off last time. Back here in the Sky Farm section, we had a few more quests that need to be knocked out. We have some quests in here that are locked. So I don't know if like doing this one unlocks these guys or how that happens, but I want to continue trying to knock out these quests and move along in this mod pack. So the quest right here says increase the horde. Then it says the jaded one is unsure why you would want more pesky chickens, but just in case you do, try infusing an egg. Okay, so an incubated egg. We've seen this quest a few times. I think this is using the Thaumcraft infusion. No, crucible crafting. Okay, I thought this was using the infusion table. I guess not. So we need Victus and Ignis. I think you get some of that stuff. Let's see. The Victus, I think, comes from, is it beef? Like raw beef? Is that what it is? Yeah, we got some Victus in here. And then the Ignis, I think blaze rods. If I remember right, yeah. I'm starting to remember some of these things, guys. And then we have to throw an egg in. So let's grab an egg. Okay, so we will make ourselves an incubated egg. I'm not sure what that does. It said in the description that if you wanted to create more chickens, maybe this is just guaranteed chicken. I don't know. So we will put in, oh, actually, I guess I didn't look and see, 2 of each, and each one of these, that's 2 and 2, no, that has 4, so we can do, I guess we're just going to do 1 of each of those anyway. So 1 of those, plus 1 of those, plus that. Okay, and we get a little bit of stuff left over in there. I should grab my wand and just get rid of that stuff in there for next time. Wand, make all this goo go away. Goodbye, goo. Oh, I guess it didn't release anything crazy. Okay, so we have an incubated egg. So that should complete this quest. And that's going to give us 8 more of those. Wow, okay. So now that quest is completed. That didn't unlock anything, I don't think. So I'm curious how these work. Is it just you spawn... Does it automatically spawn a chicken? Or how or what this thing does? Let's check it out. Okay, so that made a chicken. Whoop. A little angry baby chicken that I can't hit. Oh my goodness. It can hit me. This thing's so fast. What are you doing? It doesn't know what it's doing. So, okay, so I assume each one of these automatically spawns a chicken. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, so guaranteed chicken spawning eggs. Got it. So we could spawn a bunch of those, and then, you know, they lay eggs over time when they become adults, and we could collect those, and then, yeah. We could do it the old vanilla way, or we can do it the Thaumcraft modded way. So that's pretty awesome. Let's continue on here. So containing the herd seems like the next quest after that. It says with a creature vat and a containment focus, you're on your way to making nicer animals. Catch the animals with a wand and use the vat to infuse them with things. Aha. So a jarred cow. Interesting, you can put animals in jars. I didn't know that. So a modified runic matrix and a wand focus containment are the items that we are supposed to make. So modified, yeah, this guy. I don't see a way to create this, so this must be something in the Thaumcraft book. Alright, so let's head down here. So we need our Thaumic, this guy. So somewhere in here is going to have what we're looking for. And so that's the Thaumic Horizons, this page right here. Still got some things that I haven't quite unlocked yet. So we're, whoops, escape. We're looking for, what are we looking for? We're looking for the modified runic matrix, and I do not see it on this tab. I don't even see an icon that looks like that. All right. It might take a minute. Yeah, the search thing. I still don't know how this thing works, guys. You told me I can double click in here and type, and it doesn't work for me. So anyway, I'm going to go through here real quick, see if I can find the modified runic matrix, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I was looking at how to make that modified runic matrix, and I can't find the research in our Thaumic, so I went off and was looking around, and apparently we need to make the wand focus containment, and I think that'll unlock things. So to make this, we need a portable hole, which we've never done before, so we need to make this guy. So that is 3 nether quartz, earth shard, entropy, and an air shard, plus these different aspects. Now I went ahead and I've taken all of our water jars that contained all of our aspects, and I removed all the stuff from those and I put them into glass files. That way you can stack a lot more of these together. Normally you can only stack, well, you can only have 64 one specific aspect in a water jar, whereas these files will stack, I believe, to 64. And yeah, that's 64 times 8, which is a lot more than, 8 times 8. So yeah, it's more compact to do it this way. I would like to get to the point where we are in applied energistics with the Thaumcraft stuff, but we'll do that at another time. So we have some water jars here, and I have the correct aspects that we need, so we just lay these guys out like so. And we can just fill up some of these back with these files. Yeah, we get the files back too, which is pretty cool, I think. Yeah, we get those back. That is awesome. Okay, so you're not wasting these at all. I made a whole bunch of those glass files. They're just 3 pieces of glass and 1 piece of clay makes 8 of them. Yeah, so they're pretty inexpensive. Okay, so we have Eider. Oh, you know what? I think I mistakenly did that. I think we did Eider twice, right? Yeah, we need this one to be... Perdito. Yeah, we'll just go and fill that guy up. Okay, so we should have all the aspects together. This should all be laid out the way it needs to be. We just need 1 ender pearl to infuse. Stick that guy right like so, and we will click this thing. And I believe, if I've done everything correctly, we should make our portable hole in just a little bit. It didn't require too many of these different aspects, I don't think. Yeah, I think 25 Perdito and the Eider was like the most expensive part. The alienus? I'm not saying aliens, but aliens. This came from the ender pearls. So yeah, pretty cool. So this should be finishing up here, I think, pretty quickly, and we'll get our portable hole. Then we'll be able to move on to this other infusion here, which is the portable hole in the center, some cobwebs, iron bars, some amber, then Eider, vacuous, and vinculum. This actually, I don't know what this is from, so I'm gonna have to go off and do some research and try and get these aspects. Vacuous, I'm pretty sure you can do like chests or something, but anyway, I'll let this finish up. Oh, it looks like it did finish up right away. That was pretty quick. So wand focus. That's actually something we haven't really messed with too much. So how do I do the focus? Is it F with this? No, that's my jetpack stuff. I might have disabled the keys. Let's see where it is. So if we go into controls, Thaumcraft, where is it? TC node tracker. This is something kind of cool actually too. Multiplayer movement, miscellaneous, journey maps, inventory tweaks, inventory gameplay, enter tech. I don't see Thaumcraft keybinds here. I'm sure it's in here somewhere, and I'm sure I turned it off. Oh, here we go. It's under miscellaneous. Okay. Change wand focus is set to none. So we will set this to G. Nope, G's already been taken. H. H is taken. J. Y. It's now Y, because change wand focus is Y, and that makes sense. So if we hit Y, whoops, I guess we got to hold down Y. Yeah, we can change it to portable hole. Nice. We just right click it. Yep, and then we can go down. So that's pretty awesome. I don't think I've ever actually used a portable hole before. Never really had much use for it. I mean, I usually do the tech things So what happens if we do this like underneath this? Does that remove the pad? Nope, it just stays there. It just turns these blocks into like see-through blocks or whatever. That's awesome. Okay, so we have the portable hole. I need to figure out how to get that off of the wand now. I can't hit Y to take that off. There's probably a G. Anyway, I'll figure out how to get that off my wand. I'll make the next item, and hopefully that'll unlock the research for the modified runic matrix. And we'll be right back. Alright, here we go. So that finished up pretty easily. I did find out how to get the wand focus off. You actually hold shift and press the wand change focus key, which in our case is Y. So there we go, wand focus containment. So if I press Y, click this, so there we go, now we got the containment. You need an empty water jar to capture a creature. Okay, and if I do shift Y, yeah, the focus comes right back off. So that's awesome to know. Okay, so I need an empty water jar to capture a creature with this thing. So let's figure this out. Guess we can capture a cow or something, right? Okay, so let us grab ourselves a cow of one of these many ones down here. Whoop, 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 careful. Okay, just clicked one. Do we have a cow in a jar? No. Do I have to hold it? I might have to hold it. Something just happened. Aha! So we have a jarred cow. So what does that look like if we put this down? Okay, it's just a cow inside the jar. Doesn't really look like anything. It's kind of wiggling. It's kind of wiggling there. Huh. Okay, so now we have a jarred cow, which is pretty cool. I don't think that unlocked anything, though. I didn't see any research complete or any of that stuff in here. I do see that this is still missing research, and I might need to complete this in order to make our modified runic matrix. Yeah, there's a few more things around here that still haven't been completed. So I guess what I'm going to do next is I'm going to try and get this research completed on this Thaumic Horizons tab, hopefully unlocking our modified runic matrix, and we will continue on. So see you guys in just a minute. Alright guys, so I've been doing a lot of Thaumcraft research here, and yeah, I keep running out of aspects. So for instance, our air is down to like nothing again. I had to go trade with our villagers way over here to get knowledge fragments, and I have pretty much locked out every single one of these villagers. They all require like chicken nuggets or other type of those little meat nugget items that we can't create right now. I know there's a way we can create them, but we just can't do it right now. So all these guys are basically locked out because they're stuck on those kinds of trades. So let's see. I was continuing on my research here, and yeah, we unlocked this guy and we unlocked this curative vat. And the curative vat requires like this whole structure to be built out of greatwood planks. We didn't have any greatwood planks, so I decided to plant a greatwood sapling in a 3x3. Well, I planted one sapling and put a 3x3 dirt, put the sapling in the center, and it grew in such a way. So now we got lots of greatwood leaves. I'm seeing that some of these leaves appear to be despawning. Wonder if I should grab... Ooh, we're gonna have mobs spawning up here. I wonder if I should grab... the thing, you know, the grafter. I don't know if that works on these particular types of leaves. Let's see if we can get some extra saplings out of these since they're expensive to create ourselves. Okay, it just destroyed a bunch of leaves and no saplings, so let's not do that anymore. Yeah, I know the saplings are probably going to be kind of rare out of this tree. I would like to try and get some. There's also, what is that, the crook? The crook has a higher chance of dropping saplings as well. Let's go use our one that's partially already used way down here. Where is it? Yeah, this guy right here. Our other original bone crook. Let's see if that does anything to these leaves. See if we can break, I don't know, like 10 of them, and maybe we'll get a sapling this way. Let's give that a try. I'm expecting we're not going to see much different results. Yep. Well, if we can get at least one sapling out of here so we can grow another one, I will be happy. I'll probably end up going through here and cutting down this entire tree. Oh, there's one. Okay, awesome. So anything else we get out of this tree is just bonus from here on out. So that is pretty cool. I'll put some torches down. We don't want like a random creeper spawning up here when I'm not expecting it. Okay, so gray wood tree. We have a sapling to replace the one that we grew that one with, which I'm happy about. So back to our Thaumcraft area. With all the research that we've been doing, I've been getting all sorts of like these messages in the chat log. A sudden and unnatural hunger consumes you. This is the second time I've seen this, and what that does, it makes the saturation or your hunger go like super fast. So after, I don't know, if you were away for about 30 seconds, you'd probably die of starvation. I had to keep eating food, and every time I ate a piece of food, it was like your hunger cannot be satisfied with normal food. And eventually, that all goes away, and then I've been getting all these other effects. I know you can prevent those effects by using this spa, the arcane spa with the bath salts. These things right here, we've been getting these by trading from villagers, or trading villagers. And then I made this item here. Let's see if I can find that in the book real quick. It's not super expensive to make, but it is one of those things you probably want to know about. Yeah, here we go. Purifying bath salts. Oh, I didn't even look at this one. Sanitizing soap. That might be something you can use on the go. Don't really want to read the thing. But I made this arcane spa, which is 2 blocks of quartz, some of these arcane stone blocks, a piston, a water jar, and an iron bar in the crafting table. And yeah, it wasn't too bad. So the interface looks like this. It's got some water in there, and you can put a bath salt right like so. And then it does that, and you can go ahead and jump in here. And I already have the warp ward on me, so I assume, I don't know if this stays here for a long time or what happens. Looks like it's used 1 bucket's worth of water here. Anyway, so you can just jump in here, you get this warp ward effect, and then hopefully it'll stop these crazy messages and things from happening. That's the idea. So we will leave that there. Okay, so back to our book. We were in Thaumic Horizons, and like I said, I unlocked some stuff here. We unlocked Incarnation, Animation Powder. Finally got to this guy, the Modified Runic Matrix, which I haven't even looked how to create yet. Salus Mendus and Blood Syringe. I don't know how to make blood syringes. I saw that was a thing back here that we unlocked research earlier, I believe. Warded Syringe. Okay, we'll have to investigate that more. Yeah, I saw that we did all these different infusions here. So like cow infusions, it says you have discovered 2 methods of improving the common dairy cow. The first and simplest alters the cow's udders to produce a syrupy chocolate milk. That's kind of weird. It can be consumed on its own for the usual effects of milk or dried into chocolate bars. With a pinch of magic, you can also flash freeze it to produce delicious ice cream. That sounds awesome. Some claim that by combining 9 chocolate bars, you can create a block of chocolate. But what sort of deviant would use chocolate as a building material? So yeah, there's different things that we can do with these animals. Looks like we've unlocked different food and things like that. Let's see. There was one of these I was just reading a minute ago. Yeah, so okay. Feline infusions. Your cats make fine companions, but with a few tweaks, they could also be put to more practical uses. The first such infusion you have discovered radically increases a house cat's size, resulting in a human-sized animal which retains its feline grace and power. By over-stimulating its bonding instinct, you have also instilled ferocious loyalty in the resulting panther. That's awesome. It now defends you much like a tamed wolf, although it's faster and stronger. Creepers retain their fear of cats regardless of size. There's one right here, this instilled loyalty. I think this is the one I actually was looking at earlier. Basically what this says is that we can make hostile mobs friendly. So maybe if we do that to like a few cows over here, they will no longer be aggressive towards me, want to kill me, and then maybe if we breed them, their children will be like that. I don't know. That's something that we'll have to figure out in a little while. But basically, I went through and I unlocked everything that I can unlock. A nightmare. Wonder if that's a friendly horse or not. Yeah, I went through and I unlocked everything that I can unlock. And yeah, it looks like this curative vat is like the main thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and piece this together. It looks like it's 4 blocks tall, some water in the center, some alchemical constructs. We're probably gonna need a bigger wand. These require 50 of those base aspects, and I think the wand we have right now will only hold 25. It's just a basic iron capped wooden wand. So I will have to make a new wand that holds more aspects. But yeah, let me go ahead and work on this stuff a little bit, guys, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I am currently crafting up the modified runic matrix. Yep, a lot of stuff that I've been doing today with Thaumcraft. It's actually taken me quite a lot of time that I put into today's episode here. I also went ahead and I made a Thaumic Boss Greywood wand. So I made the Greywood wand core out of the Greywood logs that we had. This can hold a capacity of 50, and it says that it has an 84% average V cost, which I believe means usually slightly less than what items say it needs to craft or whatever. So that's pretty good. So the thaumium caps, I had to make the weak caps, or I can't remember what those are now. I think it was under artifice or thaumaturgy. Yeah, okay, so over here I made these guys right here. So we had to make the inert thaumium cap, and then I had to infuse that on the altar with the Salus Mundus, and then we got the charge caps, and I can put that together on the wand. And then I went to the nether and I filled it up full of V. So yeah, we are pretty good on that. So this should be about done now, I think. Just give it a minute here, make sure we get our modified runic matrix. Is it done? Is that it? Did we do it? We did it. Modified runic matrix. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I did go ahead and I set up the... Oh, I can't even remember what this thing is called now. It's been a little bit of time since I put this together. The curative vat. Yeah. This required these alchemical constructs, and those were the V filters, which there's a cheap recipe for those, so I went ahead and I did that because we're on the Skyblock map. These Essentia valves and all this stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I put this all together. I'm not really sure how this works. I assumed we had to click this with the wand. It said we needed a wand that had like 50. Oh yeah, okay, so that worked. So yeah, now that looks pretty awesome. So this is a curative vat. Oh, okay, clicking on that puts me in there. Alright, so that's how that works. Does that... Oh yeah, I am underwater in here. So this is still only the 2x1 or whatever. I can't move around too much in there, although it looks a little different on the outside. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go ahead and complete this quest here. So we made the modified runic matrix and we made the wand focus containment, and that's going to give us another jarred cow. So let's claim that. Awesome. Taming the shrew. Now this one is completed. We just need a saddle. Okay. Yeah, we got saddles before, so that one was automatically completed. Changing flavor. Amongst the many infusion types you can do with your new vat, you can change a cow's natural milk into chocolate milk. Yeah, we were kind of looking at that a little bit earlier, right? So this wants us to make a chocolate bar. Okay, so let's go into NEI real quick. Chocolate bar. And it says to do that. Yeah, okay, so we just put a bucket of chocolate milk into this. Now, I remember it said that we can make a cow produce chocolate milk, but I don't think it ever mentioned how to do that. Let's go back to the book real quick. Cow infusions, okay. Chocolate cow. How do we do this? Arcane infusion. We have to put a cow in the center. I don't understand how this works. So let's continue on here. So sugar, cocoa beans, and a cow. Is that a cow skull? I'm not sure. Workbench, right? So we can make the chocolate cone. Alright guys, so I was doing a little bit of research trying to figure out what we had to do to actually infuse animals and stuff. So creature infusion, this one right here for the modified runic matrix. I never actually read the text here, but basically what this is saying is that we have to pipe in essentia into this thing. And yeah, that's how we do it. So we have to put the modified runic matrix on top of here somehow. I'll read up on it and know all the specifics for when we actually get to this. I would like to do it today, but unfortunately I have run out of recording time. Like I said, I've actually spent a lot of time doing a bunch of Thaumcraft stuff off camera, guys. Yeah, this stuff actually does take quite a lot of time getting all like the different aspects and stuff melted down through the arcane alembic. We might actually make a few more of these things so I can do multiple at the same time. What I'd like to do though is have this stuff piped directly into Applied Energistics and have all of that stuff on tap so I don't have to worry about putting all these files of the different essentias that I've collected thus far. Yeah, I think that might be what we work on next time, trying to hook up Thaumic Energistics and then maybe looking at this vat thing and doing some of the animal infusions. But yeah, definitely looks like that's where you pipe in the stuff down there. Like I said, I'll have to research this, figure out what I need to do so we can do a proper infusion next time and make a cow that makes chocolate milk. That sounds amazing. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Agrarian Skies 2. I hope you guys liked it. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you did, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.